Welcome to Deals and Wheels, the car programme that gives you the tips of the trade, under the bonnet know-how, with loads of cars and stacks of facts.
And this year we're going to do far more than just kick tyres and open bonnets. We're going to put the cars through their paces to show you exactly what you're getting for your money.
And as well as watching you do the deals, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is as I put my car dealing skills to the test.
In the showroom today, we get all swanky with a Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow, check out our star buy of the week, a Lancia Delta Integrale, and might go shopping with £700 in his pocket. But first, a babe from the 60s, the Mini. Now, it's said you'll never find a big diamond, but the Mini has always been a gem to me. As anybody knows who's seen the Italian Job, you can throw just about anything at them, except perhaps the British weather. They're incredibly cheap to run, can be parked on a washing line, zip through traffic like a knife through butter. This is the closest thing you'll get to a go-kart on the road. The first Mini rolled off the production line in 1959. The Mini was designed in response to the fuel shortage caused by the Suez Canal crisis. The need for a small economical car had never been greater. And the reason they managed to make them so small is that they're the first mass-produced car to have a transverse engine fitted. They're often very well looked after, which means they can be a great second-hand buy. Small, cheap, nippy, easy to run, the Mini is every bit a 90s car. Most people don't want to get rid of theirs, and our first owner, Andy from London, is no exception. He loves his Mini so much, he even treats it like a film star.
The Bench Job. Starring Baby Kelsey, Terry, and of course, Andy.
I'm Andy and this is my Mini. I love Minis, they're brilliant. You really ought to treat yourself. If you've never had a Mini, you know, you should really buy one because the experience, you can drive really fast around corners, you're low to the ground, great fun car to drive. You know, treat yourself, get one. Buy mine, £1,250, buy it. It's great. Cash accepted. I'm getting married next year, next February. I've promised Terry we'll go to St. Lucia and have this sort of exotic wedding. Now, to do that, I need cash. And, well, you know, the profits we make from selling the car will go towards it. I love Star Trek because I love their vision of the future. I feel like I'm a bit like Captain Kirk, you know, and this is my enterprise, you know. A lot of people nowadays are buying like a Cinquecento or Fiat Punto or something, yeah? But Mick Jagger never owned a Fiat, right? I mean, Mick Jagger drove a Mini. Minis had to be in the Italian Job. No other car was going to do it. I put a few adverts in Loot. I've decided to go for a more humorous angle. Good things come in small packages. Buy a Mini. Or, size doesn't matter. Drive me home for cash. I want at least 1,000, you know. 12 if I can get it, yeah, but I mean, I would never sell it for less than 1,000. It's got a 4 years MOT, it's very roadworthy, good condition.
Buy it! I'd buy it, it looks fantastic. But if you buy a Mini, try to get one off a fan like Andy. That way, you know it's been well looked after and maintained.
But not all Minis are as good as Andy's. Because the engines are put in sideways, so they're vulnerable to overheating and to water damage from the front. Driving rain can pour in through the grille and stall the engine. So you want to check these components, make sure they're clean, new, no corrosion.
You need to check for signs of rust around the A-post and the bottom of the driver's door. And if you see a blister on the skin, give it a good prod. Look at the state of this one.
Now, because Minis are fun to drive and cheap to insure, they've often been thrashed by youngsters straight from their driving tests. And the easiest way to check for a thrashed, worn engine is to look for blue smoke from the exhaust pipe when you rev it. Like that. Now, Andy's asking £1,250 for his 1987 Mini, which sounds about right to me, but he has done a lot of the servicing himself, and that will affect the price, Mike.
Well, I love Minis, but thinking with my head and not with my heart, I'd offer Andy a bag of sand, £1,000.
Nope, £950. Now, let's see what happens.
It's them, they're here, love. They're here. Ready? Let's get in character. In there, you've got a secret switch. So why? No. You've got to top it up, yeah?
She thinks she could be a nice little baby. I'll probably jazz her up a bit.
If you look after, I don't know, like, perhaps I'm mad, but I think if you look after a car, they appreciate it.
I don't know what it is about Minnie, you just want to go...
You do, they're mad. They're mad cars.
The Starship Enterprise has got to stay, of course.
Yes, we're not buying it unless that stays. Okay?
All right, okay. You drive a hard bargain. Yeah, have a little wiggle and a little squirt.
I got excited.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's queer. Bib. Why it picks that exact moment to go, I do not know. Last thing you want is a problem with your horn just at a vital moment.
No rude comments,
They've got to talk about money, which leads me to believe that in a few minutes, so will I. I think they're really up for buying it. I'll tell you what you can do. You go and stand in the kitchen. No, it's a good plan.
How long for?
Just until, like, just when I'm negotiating.
There's a doorbell.
Do you want to come in at all?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
obviously,
yeah,
I'd make an offer on
sorry, yeah, of course you can.
Would you take $1,000 on it?
I'd have to go and ask the missus.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I've
a
got-
joint car, so yeah.
So I've got £1,000 cash. Not on me,
Right,
but I've got...
right. What should we say?
1,100.
We go for 1,100. I must admit, we were thinking more in the region of like 1,100.
Well, if you want it, you know, money bags here will work even longer hours.
Okay then,
Are you happy with
you've got a deal.
Hey.
Hey.
Cheers, Lynn. I'm so glad it's you two who
I'm
bought
so
it.
brassy.
Lovely
to
meeting
see
you.
you, Terry.
And you. Take care. See you Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll do.
Bye.
See ya.
Yes! Oh my God. Isn't it? That's the most money I've ever seen in my life. That's it. That's 1,100 quid.
Okay.
Look at my wad. Tina, remember, live long and prosper. Now found a new mode of transport. Beam me up, Scotty.
They did well, and Andy was right not to be rushed into accepting that lower price. And that little ploy of leaving the room and going to talk to the Memsahib about money, you know, little tricks like that can often give you the confidence you need to get the price you want.
They loved that Mini, and Andy would have got his money either way, but didn't they get a cracking little car for 1,100 quid?
Now, we thought it was all very well us criticising your deals, so now we're going to put our skills on the line, or at least Mike's anyway. Each week we're going to send him out with enough money to buy a car, and then we're going to ask him to sell it again.
My challenge this week was to buy a good car for under 700 quid, and that's not as easy as it sounds. So where shall we start? Well, I think we should start looking at Fords and Vauxhalls, something like a Ford Fiesta. The reason for this is they're cheap, economical, and parts are available in breakers' yards all over the country. If you're on a strict budget, be prepared to do some serious legwork. Cars priced under 700 quid can vary from complete rust buckets to little beauties. The only way to tell is to really check them out. So we've made an arrangement to come and see a car. The car's not really as described over the phone, and the people ain't even here. One of the reasons why I don't really want to buy the car, it's quite obvious. It's got lots of rust around the wheel arches. There's bumps all over the bonnet and on the wing. It's damaged all down that side. The windows are blacked out. And the interior of the car's terrible, so I'm quite pleased they ain't here in a way. It saves me the embarrassment of having to let them down. So let's see if we can go and find another one. Well, I think I found one. It's a Ford Fiesta. Deregistration seems to foot the bill. Give the people a ring, see if we can go around and buy it. There's always a couple of tips before you actually go and knock on the people's door. One is to feel the bonnet to see if they've previously warmed the car up. Quite a pretty looking little car, isn't it? Which they haven't, so it's still nice and cold. Another tip here, if it's a lady, stand back from the door. Hello. Hiya. Come see your car. My name's Mike. How you doing?
I'm Nicola.
Hello, Nicola. Quite a pretty little thing, isn't it?
Yes, it's nice and shiny. It's just had a respray.
Now, Fiestas suffer with inner wing trouble. This is where you'll find any trouble on a Fiesta. This one looks nice and tidy, in very good nick, very good order. Because now's the time to check the oil. Pull the cap off. Check the cap. What you're looking for is evidence of gunge around the inside of the cap. If you give it a smell and you can smell petrol, it's an indication that the head gasket could be on its way out. This one doesn't look too bad either. Check that this number here on the registration document should be the same as the number that's stamped into the bodywork. What a nice driving little car. Drives very well, nice and tight, no problems with the wheels, the way it tracks down the road, it brakes in a straight line, it feels good on the road, the clutch, everything feels good. All it's down to is a slight amount of negotiation. Let's see if we can buy it. All it's down to is how much you're going to take for it at the end of the day. Are you open to an offer?
Yes.
You are?
Yes, certainly open to offers.
Well, I was going to say 600 quid.
No, not really. 6.5. No.
6.5?
Yeah, 650.
And 650 is good, but if you make it £600, as I say, I brought the cash down with me today. It's just because it's got to be taxed. It's got to be road taxed. It's going to need a tyre on this rear one here. So, and the tyre's going to cost 30 quid. Road tax is got to be taken into account. And the MOT, funny enough, is only up until May, so it's got to be re-MOT pretty soon. £600, as I brought the money with me, so I can just pay for it and we can be on our way. Sometimes just getting the cash out can help you clinch the deal. Make it £600. You're only going to get somebody else like me who's going to turn up, do exactly the same thing. You're going to go through the same motions with everybody who's going to turn up.
No,
they're going to come
some offers on it for 6.5.
Well, why didn't you take them?
How about 6.25 then? No question.
Go on then, I won't argue with you. 6.25. We'll take it. That's great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 300. 1, 2, 3, 4, 400. 1, 2, 3, 4, 500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 600. And 10, 25.
Cheers, mate.
And it's out of petrol. Do I get a £5 back for petrol?
Oh, look, mate.
Oh, it's gone deaf. He's gone deaf. Is this mine to take?
Yeah, that's yours.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you very much. And there's my receipt. Thank you very much.
Okay, then.
Yeah, thank you. Let's hope you enjoy your new car as much as we're going to try and enjoy this one.
Yeah, I hope you do.
Cheers then.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye, Leah. For a first-time buyer, or for somebody who's who hasn't got a lot of money to invest in the car, this is perfect. It's 2 years motoring at least out of this car before it starts giving any trouble, and I should think it's a solid investment for somebody who's just passed their test who hasn't got a lot of money to spend. You can buy a car for under £700 and a good one.
So is that how you do it, Mike? Just flash the cash to secure the deal?
Sometimes. But you'll have to wait till next week to see if I bought a corker or a banger and whether I can sell it on and earn some extra money.
Coming up after the break, the Empress of the Road, the Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow.